Happy 420, everyone. That's right, I'm making another one of these. Why? Because I have some pot. Um, yeah, my little bowl here. Don't do drugs, kids. This video is gonna show you why. Weed isn't really a drug, unless it's laced with something like fentanyl or whatever. But this is just a plant, you know? So it's not really a drug. Anyway, guys, for this year's 420 or Let's Talkathon that I've been doing a lot lately, I'm just gonna vent about a few things that have either been going on in my life or have been on my mind recently. Um, I even wrote down, yes, I bought this green composition book just for 420. I don't know why I wrote Let's Get High 101. That makes no sense. That doesn't even sound like a subject. Why would I write that? But yeah, I like a lot of compositions books that I buy, I end up writing only like 2 pages worth and then throwing the rest of the book out. Yeah, I have a list of things I wrote down that I want to talk about. It's only 2 pages long. Um, uh, anyway, yeah, let's get started. I am fully prepared for the munchies. Left over from work. I actually do have a job now again. Which I'll talk about in my video. But yeah, I just got back from work. It's actually 4:19 late at night at the time of recording, but you know, not uploading until 4:20 because I gotta work tomorrow too. Fuck! Anyway, to prepare myself for the munchies, I got a mostly drank in brisk iced tea, blood orange. I don't really taste much of the orange, but I do taste the blood. Ah. Why do they call it blood orange anyway? Like, what does that even mean, blood orange? Like red orange because it doesn't look quite orange? What does blood come from? Are they doing marketing for like vampire customers? Anyway, I got that. I also got a mostly drinking Coca-Cola spiced. I wanted to see what this tasted like. It's alright. And I got a mostly drinking cookies and cream Shamrock Farms milk. Along with that, I also got a mostly eaten bag of Reese's Pieces. I'm calling them Reese's Pieces. Okay, I'm not calling them Reese's Pieces. The fuck does that mean? Pieces isn't even a word. I don't belong on this planet. Now for unopened items, I have a small package of combos. I love combos. I especially love the pizza flavors. The pepperoni pizza is my favorite, but I just got a cheese pizza one for like 90 cents. And I got 2 expired packages of Juicy Drop Pops. They're expired, but they still taste pretty good. And I'm a pretty sick motherfucker like that. I know what it's like to have grown up poor. To eat things out of the garbage. No joke. Anyway, it's time to light up, bitches. Come at me, YouTube. Send the cops. Woo, woo, woo. I'm not even under the influence of anything right now. I just had a really fucking long day at work and I don't give a shit. So, you know. You want want some? It's good. It's good, man. No, wait. Wait. I'll be editing a lot of this out. I don't want a video of me just coughing. I need to make my thumbnail. My thumbnail. My thumbnail. Fuck it. I don't care. It's not like a lot of people are gonna fucking come across this video on my channel anyway. I mean, when it comes to random shit that I upload, I only get like 20 views. And it's all from you guys, too. It's all from my subscribers. The few that I have. Anyway, I took a hit. I'm only gonna take one hit every topic or so, you know. So I've only been doing one video a month lately, or actually I'm gonna start going to starting with my Alone in the Dark review. You're only gonna see one video every 4 weeks. And it's because I gotta be realistic. This channel's going nowhere, man. Like, and I don't mean it in the sense that, like, I'm trying to blame you guys. I'm not. If anyone's to blame, it's me. But I got other priorities, you know. Even on my free time, I have other priorities, which is more in these topics right here, and I don't really have the time to make videos like I used to, you know. Lately, I've almost been working full time, and you know, a lot of my videos have been reviews that take days to make, and it really adds up. You know, days that you actually have available, and lately I don't have that many available days to you know, make videos, let alone play video games. A lot of times I get called in early, and it just it fucks with my schedule to a point where I don't really want to bother anymore. So yeah, you guys are only gonna see about one video a month. I might have 2 videos during October. I have a feeling those 2 videos will be a Call of Duty beta, whatever new Call of Duty games coming out in October, and then of course a Halloween special of some sort. I haven't figured that out yet. But I guess I'll save what's coming up for last on my on my YouTube channel. This video is already like 8 minutes long. God damn it, man! I gotta stop having long intros. What have I been doing lately? Well, Darian, if you're not making a lot of videos lately, what the hell are you doing? What are you so busy with? I went back to Dollar General. Yeah, and you know, as much as I don't like it most of the time, I'm still okay with it because it's money, and regardless of how good or bad a job is, I mean, you're getting money is the main reason why you're doing it, and I definitely needed the money. I don't remember if I told you guys, but I ended up giving my old car away to a friend, a really close friend, who's actually my boss at work. But I gave it to her right after I found my new car that I'm driving right now, a 2014 Nissan Rogue, and I haven't had any problems with it at all lately, aside from needing to change my my windshield wipers. But other than that, I've had no surgeries, I guess you would call it, for the girl, you know. Um, Whereas with my old Kia, there were so many things wrong with it, and I knew I was giving away a shitbox, so I gave it to her for free. No joke. This is a friend that I've known since like fucking third grade. Man, I've known this girl forever. She's one of my best friends. She's my boss. She's probably the one reason why I'm I've I went back there again in the first place. I'm like, holy shit, she's working here. Like, I've known this girl forever. Like, she's so cool, you know. Like, she's actually. I'm not gonna say her name, okay? Out of out of security, safety security reasons, I'm leaving out her name. But she's the one I just got this pot from. I mean, like, she's cool, you know. Um, but working and God, I played nothing all month except for Forza Horizon 2, and man, I just finished it after like fucking 90 hours. It takes like over 90 hours to do every race in that game. There's like fucking 700 races. Like there's like 168 championships, and each championship has 4 races. So whatever 168 times 4 is, that's how many fucking races I just sat through. Holy tedium, man. I played the 360 version years back in 2017, and even though it wasn't as polished, I guess, it also wasn't as long, and it didn't overstay its welcome. Whereas with the Xbox One version, it did, and I ended up hating it, which sucks because I actually enjoyed the 360 version of Forza Horizon 2. I'm getting dry mouth already. Um, but yeah, maybe if I lower my voice, maybe this could be like an ASMR. This could be like an ASMR video. Are you enjoying the video? Here's ASMR of me laughing in your ear. It's like a nervous breathing. It's like, I think there's a serial killer behind me. Spoiler alert. I am the serial killer. I have. There's so many fucking ASMR YouTubers. I don't know why. I mean, I get the appeal, but why does there have to be so many of them? And most of them don't sound very good, including me. What I'm trying to do right now, it's probably failing. It's probably fucking ear grating. But yeah, it's also late at night. My brothers are trying to sleep. But fuck them. Because I'm the one who suffered. Okay, yesterday afternoon, I suffered. They both had the days off. Okay, I think. I don't know about my. I don't know about one of my brothers. Maybe they did work a few hours today, but holy shit. Well, I'm getting sidetracked, guys, by almost becoming an ASMR channel. Um, yeah, I went back to Dollar General. I've been playing a lot of games that are on my backlog, and I'm trying between work and making money and on my free time chipping away at my backlog, which will take years, by the way. But that's kind of the two main explanations for why I haven't been shelling out videos and why I will continue to not shell out videos. Um, does that do anything for you? I bet all the women watching this are like, oh God, oh, that's the last man on earth that I'd want to be licking my. Sorry, I'm sorry. That was very inappropriate. I'll continue. Um, yes, that was a pretty dark joke, wasn't it? It was a little. Well, not. No, it wasn't dark. It was self-deprecating because I'm the last person in the world that most women would probably want to have my head between their legs. But you know, I'm getting the gigglies already. This is really high quality shit. I don't know what she gave me, but it's really good. It's really good. It's making me open up. And for the first time in my life, man, I didn't have this growing up. I didn't have this same sense of freedom, that I feel now. When I was a kid, being shy, and I am still shy. I still cannot ask any women out. They're gonna have to ask me out. Like I can't ask women out. I'm too reserved. I'm too cautious. I'm not too shy, but I am too reserved, really, to want to think that it's a big deal. Um, but when I say that I've grown as a person, hang on, where's my lighter? Where did my lighter go? Where'd the fuck my lighter go, man? Hey, hang on. What the f? It fell in my Dollar General bag. If any of you guys smoke pot, are you like me where you tend to like swallow the smoke like it's a food? Like it's like a solid food, or do you just inhale it? Because a lot of times I swallow it, and I feel like it stays in my lungs for a lot longer than it does when you're simply inhaling it and exhaling it. Like when you swallow it, it's like you can like really like keep it down there. That's what I do, and I think it helps me get high faster. Um, I don't know. It's just a preference. Why the fuck am I even talking about it? Just fucking smoking weed, man. What difference does it make? Um. Oh, Oh man, I really want to rant. I really want to rant about Dollar General, cause alongside my friend, who's my boss, like her being the reason why I reapplied there. The second reason why I reapplied there was because they added in self checkout, which makes it faster for the customers, most of the customers, to get in and out, and it makes us more productive because we don't need to be at the front cashing everyone out anymore. We could be on the floor stocking shelves, doing recovery, putting things back to the places they're supposed to be, where customers leave them, and stuff like that, and report missing items, and damage out expired or damaged items. And we can do less and less of that now because they just stopped doing self checkouts. And so that and the reason why is because of stealing. People fake scanning items as it goes through, as they feed it through. I mean, that like, and we actually caught an individual doing that, like 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 in full view. Like we caught the person doing that. So understandably, self checkouts are being discontinued or disabled or whatever you want to put it, and they've turned self checkout into just like this this these secondary registers, and people are so fucking confused. Like, why do we have two self checkouts now that look exactly like self checkouts, and they're not self checkout, but they're still on, but not open. And there's some, like, everyone asks the same fucking question now, and I have to explain it to them, and the reason why. And I want to. I don't mean to sound antisocial, but I need to get more fucking work done. And man, I don't know, man, cause like people fucking steal anyway. People shoplift in the aisles, and they scope out where the cameras are located, and they make sure that they're hidden when they steal these things, and I can't stop that. Having the self checkout isn't gonna stop that. You know, that was only one way that enabled people to steal, but it wasn't the only way people steal and continue to steal from our store. You would have to have cameras in every aisle now if you really want zero, people getting away with it. But it just sucks for me as a person who is there just to like get shit done. I feel like we're losing money because food expires and stuff. We're losing money probably more than what customers steal from us per week. Is that, we can't bring out certain products on time. So by the time we do finally get them out, they're probably going to be expired or whatever. So that's a waste of money. And if you want, they need to give us more hours. And by more hours, I mainly say more people. We need more shifts. We need like one person always on register until like 8 p.m. or whenever it, finally slows down, right? And they haven't really taken that in consideration. They're expecting us to do the same amount of work out there, in the aisles, like it did when we had self checkout. It's not, you got to be realistic. You got to know that your employees are gonna be a little less productive because we have to be at the front more and more. It may even get to a point where we got to do like security detail, like stand at the front and like just like or like follow people like a fucking creep and make sure they don't steal anything. This is a multi-fucking-billion-dollar corporation. You're not gonna not have people stealing from your store, okay? Like they'll always find a way. Some of them just aren't smart enough to do it without getting caught. I'm gonna bust open these combos. So yeah, the two reasons why. I'm sorry. One of the two reasons why I I got I got the job back, why I wanted to work there again, is now gone. That's half of the reasons to still be there gone. And so like if something were to happen to my boss, if she did something to get herself fired, I would probably give my 2 weeks notice. you know, and be like, I don't want to work here without her. Like, you know, we're like fucking family. Um, combos are so good, guys. I don't know. I think like a lot of people are grossed out. I've always loved pretzels. I've always loved putting cheese on your pretzels, like those snack packs that you got when you were a kid. It's like pretzel sticks and cheese. You get the little cup of cheese and like the pretzel sticks. I always like that. I always like the bakeable. They're like cheese. They're like pretzel bread, but with like cheese in the center, and you can microwave them or you can put them in the oven. They taste so fucking delicious. So I guess combos are just up my alley. I gotta tell you, venting about some of this stuff, it really helps. That does to me. That talking about it makes it a little better. Like out in the open. Like I'm talking to you guys. I'm talking to my camera. When I'm in this state of mind, it feels like you guys are in the fucking room with me. Like like real shit. Like I feel like your energy and just I love my viewers. I have very few subscribers, but like the few of you guys who stuck through to me for years, like you guys are the reason why I've even lasted this long. I'm talking to you, Captain Kirk. I'm talking to you, Vampire Mike from CD Sega Universe. I'm talking to Jackal Goldkick. I love you, buddy. I'm lonely just as pretty much almost as you are, and I fucking get it, man. I get it. There's someone else who can't talk to girls. I fucking get it, man. Like, it's like really embarrassing when you think about it. It's like very humiliating, but I I think what's helped me, Jordan, that I I look at a lot of people who are obviously a couple because maybe they're holding hands, um, they're walking closely together, but it's all about it is all about body language. And I've looked at so many couples, being the observant one, an observant outcast. I see a lot of body movement, and then I end up finding out that they aren't together anymore. Like eye rolling and just talking behind your back or talking to your back, um, swearing at each other, just having fights, like being too open on Facebook. Like, look at my adorable, beautiful fiance or something. Like, it's like they're trying to compensate for something missing in their relationships. And I'm glad I don't get to experience that. That is the one the one really good thing about being single for so long is that you you tend to you actually tend to see your strengths more as the years go by. And they they make you become a survivor. Whereas all the young fucking hip beautiful cheerleaders who are 20 years old or whatever in college, just going through boys, and boys going through girls, and I I look past the sex and like the intimacy, you know, because those are physically the best parts about a relationship. And I go, through all that, but I also see a lot of abuse physically. And, I maybe I'm just not a risk taker. I'm afraid of getting hurt, and you probably are too. Um, it's best to just finding love in yourself. Like I said, even though I still don't think too highly of myself, I can at least say that I feel somewhat lucky that maybe it's more painful to feel like you're committing yourself to like a fucking warden, who always tells you when you can take a shit and make get food and makes you decide when you have to shower or fucking take the dog walking and shit and do this and do that. You have so much more freedom to yourself, man. Like you have like like freedom of thought, where you don't need to worry about having a conversation with them and them not getting it and making the relationship feel more and more empty, like you're wasting your time on the wrong person. I've had a couple brief relationships in my time, and they all turned into that. You know what I mean? I none of the girls that I hanged with really got me, and I never really got them. Um, my dogs, my puppy. That's my puppy. You hear my puppy? She, I don't want to get into my pets right now. I'm still getting over my cat. I I'll get to that part towards the end. Did that whole tangent about loneliness and like all that stuff come from my growth as a person? I think I've talked enough about other things that you can collectively say that I've at least gained some wisdom out of this. You know what I mean? Now, another thing, monks are monks are virgin forever. They don't ever get physically involved. And then they end up being the wisest people on earth. Like just the wisest individuals who they they know life because they've become rooted to the earth itself. Like they're so deep in thought, and it looks like they're doing nothing, right? It looks like they're just sitting cross-legged and being lazy, but their thought, like what they're doing inside their head, is fucking extraordinary. To block out all that negative energy, that takes quite a lot of focus. So, you know, worst comes to worst, you and me, Jordan, we're gonna be we're gonna be monks, all right? All while constantly improving ourselves. You never stop improving yourself. I mean, you do it for you. Yeah, be a monk. Not in the literal sense. Like I don't mean like dress in orange and like shave your head and shit, but take comfort in your own bubble, man. Like take comfort in your own Maybe I just can't think of the word right now. Take comfort in your own, like, your own freedom, you know? Because like if you ask a lot of guys and a lot of girls what most of their marriages or their relationships, they're probably gonna say something that can be translated into shackles, you know. So I've become a wiser person. Now, when I look back on who I was, and fast forward a little bit to when I started my channel, when I still took comments personally, attacking people, for whatever. And that's something that I admit I did a few times on my channel, which is pretty fucking rotten. And my kind of my indifference to what's going on around me in the world and whether it's appropriate to make a joke about it or not. I did that a few times too. And let me tell you, man, I'm definitely a better person now than I was 8-10 years ago even. I did, I did a joke about Fun Spot being a pedophile's wet dream. Which, I mean, like, it's funny, right? But maybe it's a little too extreme for YouTube. It's too dark. I even made a fucking racial video. I'm not racist. I'm not racist. But I took an opportunity because I saw that in my old camcorder you could make the room like really dim to the point where like you look like your outlines. But it was all like, the coloration was all bad, so it was all like red. Or like dark red filter. Like picture black and white, only dark red. A whole, bodies were separated, and, covered in it. And I still like the jokes that we like, the puns. I named us, me and Zach, I named us, I'm Poppin' the Pimp, like Poppin' the Pimple. And he was Adam Sandler Graham Bell, because Adam Sandler Graham, like Alexander Graham Bell. I'm laughing about it right now, but that's not the part that makes this video fucking awful. The names were good. That kind of reminded me a little bit of Adam Sandler. I played it in with Graham Bell. If you wanna look at this video, it was my 100th subscriber special. It was way too edgy. It was pretty offensive. Even though I do point out the fact that when I was in college, my original PS3 and my backpack were stolen by I never got his name, but he was African American, and he was a part of the college's basketball team, and he stole my PS3, and he stole my friend Chris's PS3, And I kind of used that. I used a stereotype of black people being, you know, all black people are thieves and bullshit like that. And I used that stereotype and I took an opportunity, and it was a mistake. And it's the biggest shame. It's the most shameful video I've ever made. Period. And I tried too hard to be funny. And even if you don't consider it offensive, just because of how fucking stupid it was, like I'm redder than him, and both our wives had their periods on us. We said some weird shit. It wasn't even fucking funny. It didn't even make sense. So if it wasn't offensive, it was just straight nonsense, and it was fucking stupid. There have been other videos where I do spontaneous humor, and that didn't go over well with with those kind of few free to play reviews I used to do that used to get tons of views back in the day. My Soul Calibur Lost Swords review, me fucking dancing shirtless to Sexy and I Know It, and me making it look like I can suck my own dick, and my fucking Ace Combat Infinity review where I'm like, hey guys, at the very beginning, that's one of the fucking few videos that got viral. Of course it had to be a video where I started off immediately jumping the audience off the fucking whatever we're on, right? um there was also what else was it? There's something else. There was one where I think it was like the Atari flashback, one of the Atari flashback videos, where I made some fucking comment like, it's like jerking off a 10-year-old. I I I poorly phrased that. Okay, it's not jerking off a 10-year-old. It should have been. It's like a 10-year-old jerking off because of how it's like a 2 inch long or 3 inch long fucking joystick. You know, the Atari joysticks, and I made that disgusting fucking remark. Um, like, come on, man. Don't go into fucking, like, you know what I mean? I look back on myself, and I said a lot of like edgy shit just to, sound like I have a shot of going on Family Guy or some shit. No, but maybe I tried to be a little bit too much like that. Or I don't mind Family Guy, but if it's too much of that, in certain spots, I I look back, and maybe I'm not quite as funny now because of that. Because of that. Because of that. But yeah, I may not be nearly as funny, frequently as funny as I used to be. And that's because now I actually pick and choose what's the best joke to say. I don't just I don't just throw every idea I have, both good and bad now, to the wall and see if any of it sticks. I don't do that anymore. I I know what my content needs to be, or I know what I want it to to be. Whereas when I was fucking 21, 22, it was still those first few years of YouTube. I was just doing Does that work? Like, does that work? You know, like fucking Halloween props and fucking. Well, yeah. I have more direction now as a content creator, and I think it shows. I don't just try to be everything at once, you know. We're not even halfway through this shit, dude. I really needed this, though. I had a pretty shitty fucking day at work. Why do I keep losing this fucking lighter? Is this gonna be an actual thing? Really? I found it. It was underneath my balls.
What?
I'm not joking. It was underneath my balls. It fell between my legs.
Oh.
Anyway, time to smoke them. Puts hair on your chest. Boy. Read it, boy. Is that a good Kratos impersonation? Am I a good Kratos impersonation? You know, if I worked out, I'd have a Kratos body because I'm a pretty big guy. I'm like 6'3". I'm getting muscular, have no neck. I'll turn into fucking Dave Bautista. You know what I mean? Like, all right. Hopefully these next topics won't take as long. I'll try not to make any more tangents. Oh man, this one hurts. This one hurts so bad because I fucking miss him. I miss him so much. I mean two people. I miss my friend Chris, who killed himself in 2016. But I also miss the one guy I could hang with, make videos with. You already know who I'm talking about. I've already mentioned him in this video. Zach. We're still friends, by the way. We still talk every now and then. And he's still cool. Like, we still talk about video games and shit. I think he actually does want to come over at some point, so he can borrow Dead Space Remake from me because he got a PS5 last year. It was one of those Spider-Man 2 bundles. I'm like, shit, man. If Zach wants to play Dead Space Remake, he's got to let me borrow Spider-Man 2. Okay, it's only fair. It's only fair, man. And Zach, if you're watching this, which you probably still are, you were, you gave your condolences to me when it was revealed that I lost Lucy at the end of that video, my cat Lucy, and he reached out to me. So obviously he's seen the video. You know, he told me he's seen it, and I'm like, oh man. So he is still following me, and like that's so awesome. Um, and yeah, like we're still cool. Except I I made the choice to stop talking to him on a regular basis and hanging out with him. The last time we hung out was when I needed his help making that hilarious Wasteland 3 skit at the beginning of my Wasteland 3 review. I fucking loved that review. Um, but he was there, and that was the same day that we recorded Peggy Parenting. Those were my last two videos with Zach, and man, do I miss him. He's still alive, he's not dead. And you're probably watching this video at some point, Zach. Um, it happened December 2020. Um, Trump lost the election to Joe Biden. Now, I never liked Trump at all. Not even when I was like fucking 5 years old, dude. Like, he was like the first guy that I saw on TV and was able to like sniff him out through the screen of the type of person he is. Like, he's like manipulative and shit, and he's an authoritarian. Like, he's the one president we had who easily could have turned into a fucking dictator, and he might if he wins the this year's election. Who the fuck knows, man? This is fucking Trump. He's done some crazy shit, okay? Whether you like him or not, he's done some. You agree? He's done some crazy shit. Um, but yeah, I never liked him. I always thought he was just like the very definition of like a rich, fucking snobby, white collar stooge, with a fucking weird ass haircut, like he got it cut in a cotton candy machine. Have you guys ever seen? Oh man, the roast of Donald Trump. Um, it had Seth MacFarlane as host, and one of his jokes was like, "What happened to your hair? Did you get it caught in a cotton candy machine? Because it's all like twirly and like miscolored." But anyway, um, yeah. So Zach and I have differences on views, not all the way, but he leans more towards the right, Republican, and I lean a little bit towards the left, even though at this point I definitely describe myself as an independent. Uh, yeah. But regardless, there's kind of that history of me saying something about Trump and him just brushing it off. Now, does that mean that I favor Biden over Trump? Because here's the thing. Here's the thing I hate about Trump supporters. You say something that they don't completely agree with. They instantly fucking fire up. Like, they instantly look for a fucking fight. Like, you can't handle someone else's opinions. It's got to be a fucking fight with you. Like, and this is the same party that keeps calling the left offended by everything. Like, which is it, man? Like, this is a fucking hypocrites. Um, but yeah, just because I hate Trump does not mean I like Biden anymore. Biden is a fucking old, wrinkly, shrimpy looking fucking creep who half the time can't even fucking form complete sentences. Like, the guy's a fucking, he's not a nut job, but he's so fucking old. Like he's not really in a right state of mind. And neither is Trump, in my opinion. And we should probably introduce, uh, you know how there's term limits, how they can only do 2 terms? They should also, create a maximum age limit on being a president. Maybe if you're under 70, you shouldn't probably pursue a career in ruling the world at that point. At 70 is when you should think about retiring. You know. So yeah, between the ages of 35 and 70, and I think Trump and Biden are good reasons as to probably crack down on that. But anyway, Zach blew up on me during a barrage of kind of mean comments on messaging. And this was actually occurring while I was venting to him about how buggy and broken Cyberpunk 2077 was. And talking about all this funny shit that's going on. And everything's cool, and like I'm venting because I fucking wasted $60 on a broken game. Thankfully it's good now, but it doesn't really help my first impressions of it, you know what I mean? um Kind of like No Man's Sky. But anyway, out of nowhere, shortly after Biden was elected, he interrupted my venting to blame me about him getting elected. And I'm just like, I don't know what to fucking tell you, man. Like, you're gonna blame your best friend? You're gonna blame the one individual who wouldn't have it out for you? Like, and, it just rubbed me the wrong way. And I feel like whatever was boiling up inside of him, whatever indifferences we had, looking back, he never addressed any, um, things that he had disagreed with me. He just kind of like kept going with it, you know, like maybe I was like intimidating him, and I never wanted to go, I never wanted to come off that way. I'd never want to intimidate Sam. Maybe the way I directed videos and stuff, and made him say things. Maybe made him say things that he didn't feel proud of saying, and I wish he had opened up to me more, you know, ahead of time. Whatever problems that he might have had with me deep down, um, that he just kept boiled up inside of him, and he kind of maybe just like let loose. Maybe he was only looking for someone to blame that Trump wasn't reelected. Like, like, it's not just me, man. Like, the majority of the country voted Biden. Um, that's it. And the whole, like, rigged election shit, they counted them over and over. It turned into nothing but a hoax. Like Biden won. I mean, wasn't rigged. They disproved that numerous times. And again, I'm not saying Biden should have been fucking elected. He shouldn't have. And this is coming from a big Trump hater, but it is what it is. Like, we've had bad presidents before. It happened. That actually happens all the fucking time now. I don't remember the last time we had a good president. Was it like fucking Reagan? Fucking JFK? Who knows? Yeah, JFK. I said WTF. JFK, what the fuck? But, it happens. Like, you don't always get you don't always get the person you want voted. Just like how your favorite football team doesn't always win. You know what I mean? Like, you take your losses. Like, you're not gonna blame one person. If I had voted Trump, it wouldn't have made a difference on any of the electoral votes, or it's not like it was like one vote off, like one individual minor minute pinpoint accurate. I don't know what to tell you, man. You wait 4 years, we kick Biden's ass out, and that's it. And if you're watching this, Zach, I apologize. I don't mean to. I'm not trying to out. Yeah, I don't want people to come after this person. Do not attack Zach. Fucking at all. Okay? I swear to fucking God. I can guarantee you, wherever he is in his life, he just lost his fucking grandmother last Christmas. Like, literally near fucking Christmas. He lost his fucking grandmother. She died there, right there in front of him. Like, don't fucking go after this person. Like, he's been through a fucking lot. Okay? You don't go after my fucking friend just because we had a spat. And it wasn't even a good spat. It wasn't even a worthwhile spat. It was just a fucking politically motivated spat. Like, don't go after Zach. He's a nice guy. We just have differences of opinion in certain places in our heads. But I wanted my point I was trying to make was, I wasn't doing this because I was mad at Zach You know, because I understood where he was coming from. But lately, these past couple of years, I've been trying to actively avoid any political people or debates. And when someone that kind of like interrupts whatever it is you're doing just to bring it up and confront you, like I don't I don't want that kind of obstacle in my life, you know. And unfortunately, I without his input, without I blame myself just as much, if not more, for not kind of addressing that and for just letting you guys finally know right now. And I still love him, like, you know, and like I do want to hang out with him more. Like I do want to hang out with him again, you know. If we can kind of get this past us, like, you know. But I I don't know. I don't. I'm just kind of choosing my company right now, and like that's in my life right now. That's very minimal. Um, but I've been happy, you know. So yeah, I hope all is well, Zach. You know, I hope you're doing really good. Fucking finding the love of your life, making babies, man. Going places. Don't stop. Don't let this video think that you're not capable of doing whatever it is you want to do. I mean no ill will towards you. I just feel like a lot of my audiences wondered where the hell did you go? And it's because I chose to distance myself from you. You know, not because I don't like you anymore, just because I've been trying to focus myself on more positive energies, you know what I mean? Something that transcends politics or religion or you know economics or the human workforce, just something more, a little bit more spiritual and just free minded. When maybe having that bottled up, you know, maybe we both need to learn a bit about communication, you know, about us opening up our feelings earlier than we should, you know. Um, and I'm sorry if I ever caused you any uncomfortable moments. Because, like I said earlier in my video, I thought up some pretty fucked up shit, and I kind of made you go along with it when I probably shouldn't have, and I apologize. Um, and that's that, you know. I would love to get together with you, man. Go to Fun Spot with you again. Look, I was kind of going through my shit, right? My drawers, and that came out wrong. I was going through my desks and my dressers and stuff. I found this little bag of Fun Spot tokens. Look at that. You know, it's like, how'd that get there? You know, it's like, is this a sign? Some things meant to happen for a reason. We should hang out sometime again, you know? Rekindle that friendship. Don't let this fucking rich person corporate wars divide us. Be nice finally smoking weed with you. That'd be pretty fucking fun, you and me smoking weed. Just talking about life, all the problems we've had lately. Just fucking vent to each other, you know? Yeah, man. I always consider myself a therapist friend. I'm always willing to like be really open with that individual about anything that's going on. Um. All right. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna try to really start speeding things up because I think I've got the bulk of my rants. Why didn't I end my channel sooner? Initially, it was gonna be 2022. I kind of made a rule where if a video of mine doesn't get 1,000 views in the entirety of the first year that it would happen, that I would end my YouTube channel the year after, because it could kind of give me an idea about the like a perspective on the decline of my viewership. 2021 was, well, 2020 was the last year that I had a video hit over 1,000 views. In 2021, I got really close with a Back for Blood connection error. And so I decided that 2022, that would be the last year, and it'd be a good year because it would be the 10th anniversary. Halfway through, it was the 10th anniversary. I made a really good 10th anniversary video about that, and I started playing the Siphon Filter games. Now, I am OCD. When I start something, I intend to finish it. Even if it's like 10, 20 years later, right? Like me finally getting my fucking driver's license, right? I start something, and it may linger here and there, but I'll finish it. The first two Siphon Filter games were ported onto PS4 and PS5 in 2022. I did full Let's Play videos of that, not knowing that they would keep developing or, porting Siphon Filter games throughout the next 2 years or, 1 year or whatever. And I also didn't consider that Siphon Filter wouldn't finally be coming back when I decided to do the whole I'm gonna end my things get revealed to you over time and you're like, shit, maybe I wanna wait until this comes out and make some videos on it and then I'll end it. But no, they kept releasing Siphon Filters into, the first half, throughout the first half of 2023. All but one of them got released. 5 out of 6 Siphon Filter games got released on PS4 and PS5, and I had to do Let's Plays on all of them. And it nearly consumed my channel, man. 2022 and 2023, that shit was all about me playing Siphon Filter. So I had to keep going. I had to keep another year of 2023 going. And then towards the end of 2023, sudden things came up, and I started having ideas of little funny ideas for videos. And I know that I was getting another puppy, and I also had Alone in the Dark, which was supposed to come out in 2023, in fall 2023, but didn't until, February 2023. And, oh, God. Come on, man. Come on, man. I lost my train of thought, guys. I apologize. Yeah, Alone in the Dark was delayed into 2024, and OCD kicked in. I'm like, if I still want to make these little videos, I might as well just review Alone in the Dark and then just stop in 2024. So I'm trying to get all my videos done in 2024, and that's it. I'm probably not even gonna make a goodbye video or anything. I'll probably just make like a highlights video, or make like a goodbye message at the end of the previous video. Maybe my top 5 best games or whatever. You know, and then a final highlights video, which I'm gonna have to edit that. Maybe like, was it? Would it be the highlights 11 video? Change the name of that to 11. So unless something spectacular gets revealed for 2025, I'm not gonna want to come back.
Oh shit.
Shit. GTA 6. Well, hopefully that sucks. Alright, okay, so yeah. So I also have no point in making better quality for videos. You know, because I'm already announcing my retirement. I don't make money from my videos, so it would be pointless. It'd be less than making money. It'd be the opposite of making money if I bought all sorts of expensive shit, like, you know, new speakers and stuff, um, and new mics and new cameras. Because honestly, the algorithm doesn't decide quality. Like, it the algorithm just does random shit, and it pulls up random shit, and so yeah, there's no point. And even if my channel blew up tomorrow, I I still would probably want to feel like retiring. I want to do different stuff. I want to do things that I haven't done before in my life. I don't know what that is, but I'll make a list. You know, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if I had that sort of kind of celebrity feeling, and I was making like, you know, 6 figures a year, maybe my mind would change. But maybe it's just because I never really experienced what that feels like. I don't know what I'm missing, you know. But based on what I know, what I feel, I don't really care if my channel blows up tomorrow. Like, I don't even care. Like, I still want to retire because I've done this long enough, right? Um, I do like to think that my channel will peak though after I'm gone. You know, I still hope that I do eventually, like, my channel, you know, even though it would be inactive, would gain um, more attention later on. You know, like the 2100s, people come across his channel, it's like, what the fuck is this weirdo? And it makes you a legend after, you know, you wouldn't have experienced it when you're alive, but it happens. A lot of times, you know, someone will die and their works, or, you know, journals or something, or books will be found, and, you know, will gain more and more publication and stuff. And it happened all the time back in like the 1800s with writers. It happened with, you know, Edgar Allan Poe and like H.P. Lovecraft. You know, they both died poor and penniless, and now they're considered some of the greatest authors who ever lived. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't mean to sound like, you know, I deserve that amount, but um, you know, I mean, I hope that there's like a niche to my channel that will live on at some point while you know, after I'm gone. Bob Ross, yes, Bob Ross, The Joy of Painting. Sorry, I'm getting my voice is getting quieter because I have an autistic brother who freaks out in any slight amount of change in his life, like me staying up to talk to myself. He doesn't like that very much. He's getting very antsy. I gotta move out. I have to move out. I gotta find an apartment, guys. I miss my dead pets. I miss Cleo so much. I miss Lucy so much. And I feel guilty because I could have done more as a pet owner to kind of like prevent what happened. You know, my dog getting attacked in the middle of the night outside, taken away, and then not being found until 5 weeks later or whatever, and then, you know, my cat Lucy getting bit, and us kind of like procrastinating, when she had this huge gash on her head. Like we didn't do much to prevent these tragedies, and we had an appointment scheduled for her, but she unfortunately didn't make it. She got really sick and she just passed away. And I don't want these mistakes to happen again. So, you know, Lily and Amy, you know, Amy hasn't been getting along with Lily, and we have to keep a muzzle on Amy at all times while Lily is loose and running around her. And it's so stressful. Uh, I just don't want them to get hurt anymore. I'm sick and tired of having, you know, really shocking things like this happen to us when it could have been prevented. I'm moving this at a brisk pace. Biggest gaming regrets. Getting invested in too many series. Or I'm just like opening myself up to too many things. And I started doing it like right after I graduated and got my first PS3. I started playing like everything that looked remotely interesting. And of course, I'm OCD. So, you get invested in a game. No, I get invested in the game. What that does is it involves me to the rest of the series. And that kind of sucks because like almost every game that comes out nowadays is like a sequel or part of a series. There's very few like actual standalone IPs nowadays. I've kind of been noticing that. Have you? So I ended up biting off more than I can chew, and it's biting me back in the ass. Another big gaming regret that I have is selling games that I would want to replay after. That I still want to replay years later, having not realized it when I made the decision to sell these games. And it was back before I even had a job. And I was like, 20 to 22 years old, just buying games, playing them once, and then selling them, not realizing that like I don't know, maybe I'd want to replay that game again. That seemed like a pretty cool game, you know, not realizing that at the time. So I had to, and I'm still in the process of getting back all the games that I sold that I actually still want to play. Yeah. When I was poor and I had no job, though, it was like, for me, in order for me to get another game, I would have to sell a few more games to get another game. So I sold a lot of games. I am hoping to get an Xbox Series S starter bundle that includes 3 months of Game Pass, and hoping to find one, or maybe just order one online at some point in the summer, maybe July or early August. I'll make it Series S. Get a Series S and play Game Pass for 3 months. You know, I want to play Hellblade 2. Comes out next month. I want to play Stalker 2. Comes out in September. Supposedly, hopefully it doesn't get pushed back, because that's been happening a lot to that game. Understandably, it's made by Ukraine. So there's more and more games coming on Game Pass I want to play, and one good thing about Game Pass is that it gives you the option to cloud stream, but it only works effectively if you have really good internet. I live in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, New Hampshire. I got shitty internet, and so it's not really a viable option for me. So I don't want to depend my whole Wi-Fi connection on a game, just to run a game. So speaking of whoops, I dropped a Reese's Pieces. I can't find it. I'm probably not even gonna bother editing this. I'm not even gonna look at what I said. I'll just fucking put all the clips together and just send it out overnight to you guys. But speaking of stuttering and stuff, you know how a lot of people, they think a game that can't do 60 frames per second in this day and age is unacceptable, and they choose not to purchase it. Or if a game is only capped at 30, you know, it's not enough. That's one of the controversies that Dragon's Dogma 2 has. And I still want to play it. Because to me, steady frame rate, whether it be good or bad frame rate, if it's steady, that's good enough for me. Like, it could be only like fucking 20 frames or 15 frames, but if it's like a steady kind of shitty frame rate, as long as the shit is steady, you know, just let it flow like out your asshole, steady stream of diarrhea. Anyway, steady frame rate is better than high frame rate that can be inconsistent. You know what I mean? Because when you're playing a game with steady, whether it's steady 60, steady 30, steady 15, it doesn't fucking matter. It's steady. and you'll notice the frames less and less because you'll be getting used to the steadiness of it. Whereas games that have a lot going on, where the frame rate changes wildly, that is the one that you can't get used to, the one that's always changing. You don't get the steadiness, so you don't get used to it. So yeah, steady frame. I'd rather have a game with bad frame rate if it's steady than a game with good frame rate with frame drops, if that makes sense. Um, yeah. So if Dragon's Dogma 2 is like that, then I don't care. I'll still play it. I still want to play it. I love Dragon's Dogma 1, Dark Arisen. I'll probably love Dragon's Dogma 2. I'll get it the first time. The first time it goes on sale, I'll probably pick it up. And lastly, guys, we are ending this video right now with this last topic. But before I end it, I want to hit this bowl one last time. Upcoming videos. Next month, a video of me talking about the games that defined my childhood. The games that made me fall in love with gaming. That's probably going to be a really good one. I have a feeling that's going to turn out very special. Not funny, but special and nostalgic. And then June, I'll probably make a video talking about Summer Game Fest, mid-June. July, I'll make a video preserving the memory of the Xbox 360 store, because that's shutting down at the end of July. Make a video of that. August, I hope, will be my unboxing video of the Xbox Series S, hopefully. And I don't really have anything going on in September. Maybe a Stalker 2 review in September. Yeah. And of course the Call of Duty beta and the Halloween special in October. Maybe a Game Pass review episode in November. I feel like I might be skipping Black Friday this year, or at least making a picture post of it. We'll see. And, of course, my top 5 or top 10 best games of 2024. One last Christmas special. Fuck it. I'll make another one last time. And then, yeah, maybe an anticipation video will be my very last video before I make my closing highlights. So, yeah. Juicy Drop Gummies. These are so complex to open. You get this pen in here. It's a pen with like juice on it. Oh, look at that. Each gummy comes with this like kind of hole right here that you fill. It's like filling in a cavity, which is ironic because there's probably nothing worse that can rot your teeth than this thing. But it's like filling a cavity, like that. Ah, a juicy explosion. Alright, I'm ending it. Thank you guys so much. Thank you very, very much. As usual. I think this video has helped me gain more insight about how I've lived my life or whatever. Hopefully it had a similar impact on you. No, probably not. Hopefully at least what I've said is somewhat intelligible. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Happy 420.
The Gamergods fail.
Happy Black Friday. No, it's not Black Friday.